Before we start the PowerPoint, let's do this. So which job would you select? Would you select which one? Second shift, $14 an hour. Be a server, it's $2.13 an hour plus tips, or office temp for $15 an hour. So I'd choose the tip job. Oh wait, oh yeah. Office temp. Okay. So let's go back. Sorry, okay, sorry about that. I picked it before you chose. Sorry about that. So here, if we selected, sorry, I didn't pick the temp one, but if we selected this, we make $8 an hour. $260. So we make $262 per week. So then the Affordable Care Act requires you to get health insurance. The good news, your child is covered by the state. Bad, you aren't. So which plan do you want? I'll follow your recommendation here. Yeah, sorry about not waiting for long enough. Which one would you recommend? Okay, yeah, makes sense. Bronze, yeah, agreed. That's great. Then we'll pay to find a place to live. You chose to live farther away from your job, so your rent is lower, but your gas costs are higher. In fact, for every dollar a working family saves in housing, they spend an additional 77 cents in. So we have $192 left, and then the new apartment is too small for your stuff. What do you want to do? Do you want to rent a storage unit, have a yard sale, or ask a friend to store it? Yard sale, okay. Sold a bunch of stuff, but only made $150. You're carrying a stack of plates to the back when you drop your tray, shattering them all. Everyone else is on the, so nobody saw you do it. What do you want to do? Pay $25 to replace the plates or hide the evidence. Oh wow, that's great. Yeah. So hide the evidence. Okay. Friend of a friend needs a place to stay. He's offered $200 to camp out in your room. What do you want to do? Okay. Yes, that's smart. Smart job. So you made $200. So as Barbara Ehrenreich discovered in Nickel and Dimes, high costs often force people to share housing. Exactly. A good job. That was a good choice. Answer or ignore. Do you want to answer this or ignore it? Answer. Okay.
Hi, I'm calling from Consumer Collections Corp about the overdue charges on a vehicle in your possession.
Do you want to make a payment or hang up?
Hello? 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 You there?
Yeah, I agree. Hang up. Yeah, good call. Yeah, good call. It's great. You don't make a payment, your car can be repossessed, like just like the 1.9 million autos are repossessed in 2019. So yeah, it could be a scam. It could be. Um, so make sure it's not a scam. If it's not like, yeah, just figure out if it is a scam or not. So your neighbor is moving and has offered you to pay you $50 to help, but they reserved the truck during the time your kid will be starting a school play. What do you want to do? This is a hard question because like you want to, be there for your kid and then you need the money. So it's a difficult question. Well, when do you want to do? See the play. Okay, yeah, I would see the play too. Because you could probably make more money doing something else. Like, uh you could probably find like work opportunities that pay you more. Your boss moves you to midday shift, which means fewer tables and way fewer tips. Future paychecks would be about $75 short. Continue. Your grandfather's passed away. The memorial service is being held several states away. What do you want to do? Fly out for the service, drive to the service, or skip the memorial. Which one would be like I would want to be there. Like I would drive there. That's what I would want to do because it's it's not that expensive, and then I would have to be there. So I would go, but I would drive. I wouldn't fly out. What would you do? Drive. Yeah, me too. Made to the service, driving all night to get there means you're even more exhausted than usual. The child has been identified as gifted and invited to the school's gifted program. Materials for this course cost $50. What do you want to do? Pay the money, apply for the scholarship, or decline the opportunity? That's a good idea. A good call. Get the scholarship, you have to meet with a counselor in person, which will cost you half a day of work and earn you a job strike. Okay. That's yeah. I would have went with probably yeah, that would you had a good I think your choice is pretty good. A little exercise goes a long way, both for keeping you healthy and relieving stress. You need to start a regular fitness regimen. What do you want to do? Join a gym, $25, ask a friend to be your running buddy, or put it off. Like I run, because it's free and I prefer it over the gym anyway. What about you? Yeah, exactly. That's a good call because it's cheap and like you get outside, right? And you don't have to pay anything, right? So that's a good call. It doesn't allow you. Oh, there must be a glitch. Yeah, I'll just say, what about, so they're not letting me select the ask a friend. Uh, what would you select? Put it off or join a gym? Put it off. Okay. Okay. You came out of your house to discover that someone has siphoned the gas from your car and you're already running late for work. What do you do? Take the bus or call in sick. Yeah, good call. Result, it takes three buses and five times longer to get to work than it would driving, so you lose a couple hours of pay. Your car's registration is due. It'll cost $250 to get it road legal. Or what do you want to do? Pay the money or take chances? Yeah, I agree. It's a tough one because like you have 575 and it's $250 to make it road legal. Yeah, me too. I'd pay, even though it's a lot of money. Two bills are due today. What do you want to do? Pay cell phone bill, $75, pay car insurance, $100, borrow money from a friend, or pay them both, $175. So yeah, this is a great exercise because a lot of people face these issues. Like, it's hard to pay your bills and like hard to make money, right? Car insurance. Result, your cell phone has been disconnected for non-payment. When payday comes, you can reconnect, but in addition to your bill, you'll have to pay $21. Cell phone bill, $100 to make this go away. Money may be tight, but you have to eat. Remember, these groceries need to last you a few weeks. What do you want to buy? Beans, okay. What about everything else? So beans, ramen, okay. What else? Hot dog, cereal, okay. What else? Paper towel, tissue. I'll buy bread, peanut butter, orange juice, milk, drink mix, fish sticks, cheese, bread, tissue, egg. Okay, let's get that. Bread, egg. Okay, let's go with that. Great suggestions, everybody. Each year, almost 15% of American households have a hard time getting enough to eat at some point. Payday, you'll get paid that day. Driving with your kid in the backseat when your car slips on a slick stretch of road and slides into a parked car, causing a big dent in the bumper and a broken taillight. What do you want to do? Pay the damage or drive away? So even if you have car insurance, high deductibles mean you have to pay out of pocket. Ran out of money. Give $10 to help someone living spent. Donate now. Okay, so we went broke on day 17. Yeah. So we went broke on day 17. Yeah, but this is what a lot of people face. Like most people a lot of people face these conditions. Uh and and making enough money to pay all your expenses is very difficult. The minimum, like getting paid a minimum wage doesn't cover all our life expenses. So yeah, it's a good exercise in that because we don't get like a lot. We struggle a lot and we don't get paid enough for it. So then I wanted to do so I think we'll do this after the PowerPoint. I'll just start the PowerPoint and then we'll do this exercise. So, but thanks for all your participation. That was great job, everybody. Thanks for all your thanks for participating really well for that. So wage determination. So economists use the term labor broadly to apply to work by everybody basically. So the wage rate it's the price paid per unit of labor services. For example, an hour of work. I'm going to wage the amount of money received per hour, per day, etc. Real wage is when you adjust wages for prices. So, Sweden they get paid the most worldwide in terms of hourly pay at over $50 US an hour. Germany is second, Australia is third, France is fourth. The United States is about around 35 an hour US. Canada's about $35 an hour US. So I think that yeah, the problem is the minimum wage is way too low compared to this. Not most people don't get paid this in our economy. Uh, so so our real compensation per person hour is not equal to our output per hour. We should be paid equal to our output per hour. And the productivity of our labor has increased over a lot of years. So monopsony is when there's only one buyer for labor, employer has buying power. So this would be like if there's one company that employs everybody. So for example, China's government employs everyone. So they have monopsony. So labor can't like workers cannot negotiate a higher wage. So in monopsony, the the company they maximize profit by hiring a smaller number of workers. So what they do is what happens is they maximize profit. They maximize profit through setting through restricting the amount of workers they employ. So they employ less than efficient. And this is done through teachers, professional athletes, and nurses. So public teachers are only employed by the government. So the government can restrict the amount of teachers hired and maximize profits. And then public nurses are the same. So public nurses are only employed by the government. So the government can restrict the amount of nurses hired, and maximize profits. So what they can do to increase profits is having unions. So they can lobby the government to provide higher pay. So they can create organizations. They create organizations for teachers and nurses and construction workers. Uh, talk to the government to increase their pay, basically. So they can do this. So Canadian auto workers do this, and United Steel workers do this to increase the pay of their workers by talking to the government. So yeah, they're successful in doing this. So what they do is they talk to the government, and then this increases the wages about 15% higher on average. And this is for them hiring people. So these unions, so the workers create unions, and these unions meet with government officials to increase to influence them to increase pay for workers. However, this will lead to higher unemployment because they don't have enough money. So if the wages of workers go up, there will be less workers hired because it is more expensive to hire workers. So the purpose of the minimum wage is to provide a wage floor to help less skilled workers escape poverty. Case against the minimum wage creates unemployment, poorly targeted to reduce poverty. Case for the minimum wage, job losses may not occur, not monopolistic labor markets may increase labor productivity. Evidence and conclusions, overall effect uncertain. So for average weekly earnings for these occupations are so mining, oil and gas extraction, they make about $2,050 a week. Construction, they make about $1,200 a week. Finance, insurance, and real estate, they make about $1,300 a week. Manufacturing, they make about $1,000 a week. Logging and forestry, they make about $1,100 a week. Transportation, warehousing, they make about $1,000 a week. Education related services make it about $1,000 a week. Real estate services make about $997 a week. Health and social services make about $892 per week. So mining and oil gas extraction, they make the most of anybody. I would argue that they make more here. They make more than they say here. Also, they make more than they say. So like these industries make a lot more than what they're quoting. So these industries make a lot more than Statistics Canada states. I don't know why I'm not sure why they stated they make this low, but they make a lot more. So I highly recommend, I recommend joining these industries as a financial advisor, a real estate agent, mortgage agent, or any entrepreneur from these industries, because you will make a lot more money. So wage differentials are made by our top executives in Canada overpaid. They are so Michael Pierce of Valiant Pharmaceuticals in 2017 made 182 million. Dom Walker and Magna made 26 million, and so on. So they get paid a lot more. It's because the reason why they get paid a lot more than workers is because these people it's mostly because of stock options. They make a lot of stock options, so they make that's where most of their pay comes from. So for CEOs, but for the average worker, they make most of their money through salary and wages and not stock. If workers want to make more money, they need to be paid in stock, because that is where almost 100% of the money goes. So yeah, they need to be paid in stock to make more money. So that is the PowerPoint. I'm just gonna bring up the next activity. So our next activity, there's this Google Doc I'll show you. So I'll share my screen here. So here, life and minimum wage. this gentleman by the name of Richard Byrne, he created this. So so what I did was I did a recalculation. The minimum wage is $15 an hour, and then if you work 40 hours a week and 52 weeks in a year, working 15 times 40 times 52 equals $31,000, 200 a year. So they make $31,200 per year in wages when you make the minimum wage of $15 per hour. So let's say you can buy, like, let's say you want to buy a lot of this stuff with the $31,200 per year. So what would you buy? What would you buy out of this list with your money? Like which ones would you buy? So if just feel free to jump in. I'll tell you. I'll buy cell phone with standard calling plan. That's great, Mohammed. Um, so is it this one? Oh wait, no, standard. You said standard, right? Oh yeah, that's great, Mohammed. Thanks. So let's underline that. What else would you buy, Mohammed? So I'll close the wait, cable and internet access. That's great. Keep going. Give me more. What else do you want to buy? I'm just gonna be right back, but just keep putting in the chat. Okay, I'm back. So laptop, that's a good purchase. What else would everyone buy? Xbox, okay. That's good. Would you buy anything else, anybody? Yeah, let me know if you do want to buy anything. Okay. Yeah, feel like anything else that you want to buy, let me know. So energy drinks, okay, that's good. Used car, great. So energy drinks, let's put that in. Used car. And anything else, just state in the chat what else you want to buy. What I'll start doing is how much we'll have left. So we're making $31,200 per year based on the minimum wage. So let's see this. So then the Xbox 360, put that in 300. Uh, cable and internet access 1,200. Energy drinks. Let's do the energy drinks per year. So 120 times 12. 12 months in a year because it's per month. Cell phone is already per year. And then used car. So we have this. Let's calculate after paying all of these expenses. So yeah, that's how expensive life is. Yeah. So let's just say so let's say we add in all of these. let's say we added all the other expenses. So let's go. So we have $4,040 left over. So let's take that, and then let's say we have all the surprise cards. So 4,440 left over. So you need health insurance for the baby. You got stopped at so $100 per month, 12 months in a year, then $200 fine, then insurance for car, 12 months, so $150 a month, 12 months. $150 for the health clinic visit. Then let's ignore the employer. Like actually let's add that in. So 20 hours a week, so you'd lose half of your earnings over the next month. So that'll be so you would subtract 15. There's 4 weeks in a month. Then you'd just be working 20 hours a week. And then $25 an hour rent. That just rent's quoted monthly. Let's just ignore that. And then $30 for outfits, $50 reconnection. So factor pricing. So in order to we need factors of production to produce goods and services. So basically, whenever we produce something, we got to pay for other things to make the product. So changes in product demand. So if gambling increases in productivity, if gambling increases in popularity, there will be more demand for workers at casinos. And consumers will decrease demand for leather coats, decreasing the demand for tanners. The federal government reduces spending on the military, reducing the demand for military personnel. So if there's a change in productivity, so if there's an increase in skill levels of positions, there will be an increase in demand for their services. If there's an increase in the price of electricity, there will be an increase in the cost of producing aluminum. So the demand for labor will increase if the demand for the product produced by that labor increases, the productivity of labor increases, the price of a substitute input decreases, the price of a substitute input increases, and the price of complementary input decreases. So substitution production, labor substituted for capital, production costs up, output down, unless both capital and labor are used. Complements of production, no substitution of labor for capital, production costs up, output down, unless both capital and labor are used. So in the long run, companies can change the amount of factors of production that they use. So if they, in the long run, they can reduce factors of input used. So to make it efficient, the MPL the marginal product of labor divided by price of labor has to equal marginal product of capital divided by price of capital. So this is efficient. If we're here, this is efficient. If this